Hey, what's up guys? This is Ash here. I've got another off-season Alliance War for you guys. In this Alliance War, we've got 4 fights in Section 2 and 3 mini-boss fights, and we are going to use Quake for every single one of them. The first node, this first fight is actually pretty cool. It's Encroaching Stun, so if you're not using a special every 20 seconds, you get stunned. And there's actually a way to play around this that I've learned with Quake. And in order to do that, you basically have to wait to start quaking until the fight's been going on for 12 seconds. So you see I waited until the timer was at 2:48, and then it's a pretty normal Quake fight from there. What that does is that lines up the stuns and the concussions with the encroaching stun timer, so you don't get stunned. So that first encroaching stun ran out during the first stun on Guillotine 2099, and then you'll see how this next one lines up as well. So they're almost perfectly in sync. This works for Alliance War fights. I'm not sure that it works for longer fights like story content, but I'm really only concerned about it for Alliance War for this fight. So as you can see, that fight went pretty smooth. So moving on to the next fights, I'm actually going to speed the video up a little bit. They're all Quake fights from here. They all look fairly similar, so I figured I would speed it up a little. This Deadpool X-Force, nothing super crazy about him on this node. Seems like just a diversity defender, so pretty straightforward fight. Typically, I have a habit of getting tagged at least once per fight. I'm pretty sure I actually make it through this one all right, so we'll see. The nice thing about using Quake against Deadpool is you get to bypass that power gain that he gets around 30%, which is always annoying in the case that you can't bait out a special. Once he gets to that special 3, he's got that real strong bleed on it, and it just absolutely eats your health. So as you can see, we're still just quaking and baking here. Again, nothing special about this fight, just keeping myself in the corner, avoiding his attacks, letting the aftershock just take him down. So even though he's a 6-star, it goes down pretty quick. I did bring Black Widow for the synergy, so the aftershocks gotta have a little more potency, which is helpful just finishing the fights faster. The next fight we have is Sentinel. Main node here is Buffet, and this is always going to kick in one time when you use Quake. So as you'll see, once I trigger my first Dex, it's going to trigger Buffet, and then I'm going to trigger Dex again. And as long as I don't hit him, I'll keep that Dex precision for the whole fight, and I won't trigger Buffet at all. So the trick is not slipping up and accidentally landing a heavy, because then you'll end up triggering Buffet again. Besides that though, again, this is another pretty normal fight. All of our fights this offseason have been against the Flow Global. Guillotine 2099 is a Flow defender, but Deadpool and Sentinel are not. And regardless, with Quake, that's a pretty easy fight anyway. You'll see I did hit him, so I lost my precision, but because I triggered another Dex while he had a concussion up, I did not trigger Buffet again, so got kind of lucky there. Not that it would make a huge difference, it would just extend the fight a little bit. So should be about one more round of aftershocks to get him down, we'll see. And he's almost there. Looks like we're gonna go one more round. They always tend to seem to stop right around 2 to 3%, and you have to get another round of aftershock. So next defender is Dormammu. This is a dupe 6-star, but only rank 1, so he should go down pretty quick. I love fighting Mystics with Quake because you do have the class advantage, which makes her aftershocks way stronger. So same thing, just back up into the corner. This node is actually debuff immune, so no stun, no concussion, but luckily the aftershocks will still do their damage. So you'll see they're ticking for quite a bit of damage each round. Like I mentioned in my last video, I love fighting the stun immune nodes with Quake just because there's so much more action going on. You're constantly having to pay attention and evade their attacks, where you don't get that chance to just sit there and hold your heavy for 4 to 5 seconds. So he's gone down pretty quick. Looks like one more round of aftershocks will take him down. And there we go. So that is path 2 and the 2 nodes after, all clear. So next we're going to jump to the minis. First one we have is Thing, and he is on a stun immune node. So I'm 4 fights in, Quake is at 99%, and I believe this fight is where that ends. Again, this fight is really similar to that last fight with Dormammu, except I can get the concussion on Thing. Not that it makes a difference for this node, but play it the same way, just back up it in the corner, Quake and Bake, constantly having to pay attention and evade these attacks. And I think I mess up about halfway through the fight, and I don't even know what happened. He just kind of catches me off guard and slaps me around a little bit, but pretty par for the course with my Quake videos. Gotta get tagged at some point. And there we go. Just got tagged by him. Luckily I made a pretty smooth recovery right back into the corner, and he gave me a chance to kind of gather myself and finish the fight out. So looks like one more round of aftershocks and he'll be going down. He was running suicide, which is always nice fighting Thing without Quake. You can just rely on the recoil, but with Quake you obviously don't give him any power, so you're not really worried about it. This Sinister fight, this fight is actually a super long fight. 6-star rank 2, and this node has enhanced recovery, which I'm not going to be hitting him, so that shouldn't matter, but he does have willpower, so every concussion is going to help him gain health, and every stun is also going to help him gain health. So you'll see every time I've got 1 debuff on him, he's regaining about 150 per tick, and when I have 2, it's about 240 per tick. So this fight I'm actually going to end up timing out. I don't believe I get hit at all, but I do time out with about 14% health left, and then go back in, finish him with Quake, and then I finish the war against the debuff immune Dr. Doom. So I'm actually going to stop the commentary here. Feel free to keep watching Quake play for the rest of the video. If you enjoy the content, please give me a like. Feel free to subscribe. Give me some feedback on what else you'd like to see. Thanks for watching. I appreciate the viewership.